What up, gamers? Fencer here, and welcome back to Zenless Zone Zero. So yeah, let's go and finish up Harumasa's quest here, which I think we can do in this video. It seems like it takes around maybe usually 2 videos for me to do Tsubaki. Oh no, you found me! It's been a while since I played hide and seek. I didn't expect it to be this fun. You hid really well. It took us a while to track you down. Really? Yep, for real. You picked a smart hiding spot. You know, I feel like Kana might have been. I feel like she might be the most serious one out of all these, for like these three over here. So I'm just wondering, if we'll have to rescue her in the hollow. I feel like it might come down to that or something, you know. By the way, I wanted to ask you about ask you something. What did Kirishima say about me to you? He said that you're a very important guest and we should make a good impression. Something like that. The guy sure likes to make things up. We did know each other as kids, but we've got nothing to do with each other now. He probably wants to take advantage of my position in the HSO and get me to bend the rules for him, but that's not happening. I'd get fired for that. Then why are you with Mr. Kirishima? Well, the truth is, while working in the Hollow recently, I ran into a boy who had been consumed by the corruption, turning him into an ethereal. Turns out, that boy was one of the patients from your sanatorium. His name was Shinya, I think. Oh, was that really Shinya? Oh, I thought it was just some random kid. I didn't know he had a name. Hmm. Yeah, according to Kirishima's statements, Shinya couldn't bear the pain from his illness anymore and chose to take his own life by running into the hollow, where he was eventually turned into an ethereal. Shinya uh, wasn't what? It's nothing. By the way, I noticed you seem really concerned about that girl, Kana. Is she okay? Shinya's death hits her really hard. Shinya and Kana have known each other for a long time. They grew up together. They were among the first to enter the sanatorium, so I guess they supported each other through a lot. I see, that explains it. I've noticed Kana hasn't said much today. She's got me worried. She reminds me of a girl I used to work with once, who had emotional issues with her family ignored. It only got worse, and she eventually took her own life. Jeez. That sounds awful. Kana wouldn't do something like that, would she? To be honest, I've studied a bit of psychology. If she is left to her own devices, it could be dangerous. Then what should we do? Please, you gotta help her. Can you tell me more about what's been going on with Kana? Actually, I think she might be like that case you just mentioned, Mr. Haramasa. I know our illness make things tough, but Kana wasn't always like this. She used to be the most optimistic person in the sanatorium. When I first got there, I almost didn't make it. It was her who got me through the roughest patch. But after what happened with Shinya, she completely changed. She's closed off, barely says a word, and won't even touch her food. No matter how much I try to cheer her up, nothing works. At this rate, her body won't hold up. She's my best friend. I just want her to be happy. So please help her. I understand. Don't worry. We'll do what we can to help. You might not believe it, but my friend here is also pretty good at comforting people. That's right. I love how modest you are sometimes. I'll leave it to you then. Did Kana get lost or something? We need to find her fast. Let's split up and search. She couldn't have gone far. Okay, where to? I've got a hunch. Let's check near the lighthouse. Yeah, I felt like the lighthouse would be the place just because it's the more dramatic area to be at. Like with Asha Yao. There's no sign of her around here either. What about up? Do you think she snuck up the lighthouse? Let's go check. Wait, isn't this area off limits? Did you forget? I'm an executive officer after all. At times like this, you'll just have to trust me. Come on, let's head up the lighthouse. There she is. It's been so long since I've seen a view like this. Then take a good look. After all, the view's not going anywhere. Do you know about our illness? Of course. I also know about Shinya. Your friends are really worried about you. They want you to keep on living. Oh, snap. I just realized. You know, with the talk of like, um, unaliving here. Like maybe she thought about just jumping off the lighthouse. Like, is that why Haramasa thought about that? That she'll be up there. I mean, I thought for the story's sake, it just made sense for like a dramatic scene to be up here, like a more important scene to be taking place up here. I didn't think about that if that's the reason. Ooh, I wish all of us could be cured, but they never wanted us to get better. Ooh, so what? What? They don't want you to get better. So what? That's what they want. It's got nothing to do with you. The only thing you need to consider is, what do you want? Tell me, if we're destined from birth to live only a brief, painful life, what's the point of trying so hard to live? Oof, that's a pretty heavy question. For me, though, it's because I want to believe that something good will happen. Like you, I spent most of my childhood in a hospital room because of my condition. Ooh, your condition, what is that? But now at least I can stand in a place where I can feel the wind. Haramasa turns toward the sea, letting the gentle breeze lift his yellow headband. In the distance, eagles cry as they fly by, and the sunlight shimmers golden across the water, but the brightest of lights sparkles in his eyes. A lot of archers don't like the wind because it messes with their aim, but I love it. It gives me the sense of freedom. I didn't expect you to be such a poet. I was thinking I'd get a snarkier answer. With the whole thing, I forgot what he said with the whole thing with the plane or helicopter. Like, wasn't it about like feeling free or something? I'm guessing as a child, when he was in the hospital, he felt, well, yeah, maybe he was in the same position as these guys here at the sanatorium where they can't really go anywhere. And I'm guessing Haramasa was the same thing too. Okay. And that's why he wants to, he likes that freedom. Oh, come on. I'm always super gentle to you kids. Haramasa's always gentle. I'm always like, I'm always like just glazing him, man. Haramasa here, always like on his side with these dialogue. See, Wise gets me. You're so close. Which is only natural. Wise is the best partner I could ask after all. I'd be totally lost without him. Anyway, back on topic. This is your life, Kana. You have to decide what you're living for. But if you really want to, if you really don't want to live anymore, well, there's nothing much I can say. Hey, don't say that. Kana, don't listen to that. Come on, I'm just being honest. Don't you guys ever get tired of people shouting, "Stay strong," and "You've got to keep going," like they're selling some self-help course? It gets annoying, right? Yeah, hearing that can feel like salt in a wound. But no matter what, being a survivor in your own heart is better than just being a victim, right? Even Shinya, I bet he never saw himself as just a victim. He must have chosen his path to protect someone precious to him. Ah. Just then, Tsubaki and Ryosuke show up. Kana, there you are. Are you okay? I'm fine, I just wanted to take in the view a bit longer, to remember it better. Well, you should have said so, easy peasy. Since everyone's here, let's take a group photo. A photo will preserve this moment. Alright. Sure thing, best to leave the photo taking to the pro. Snap. There we go, I don't care about the how good it looks. The photos you take are great as always, Wise. Alright. Wow, they look great. Let me see. Did the wind mess up my hair? I don't think so. Looks pretty good to me. Really, Kana? You think I look good? Stop twisting Kana's word to suit yourself like that. Thanks for the photo. I really like them. Don't mention it. So, what do we do next? We still have plenty of time. There's only one task ahead of us. To enjoy ourselves here. Wow, the scenery here is amazing. What the heck? I don't think we can go here, right? Like normally? I'm guessing it's just, just for the scene only. But it's pretty cool, like, just being out here. The sea breeze, so refreshing. Exactly. I don't know why, but it feels like the whole world has suddenly quieted down. I could stay here all day. Well, better not. You might catch a cold. Harumasa Masa is so sweet and thoughtful. Did you just call me Harumasa Masa? Kidding, come on. I've always been thoughtful, haven't I? By the way, this place is a great photo spot. Leave it to me. I'll leave it to you then. Yeah, you don't want to leave it to me. She's holding her phone over her face. Alright. Sabaki over here. Say cheese. Whoa, I'm not ready yet. Ah, I see. The middleman outsourced this task to you. Inaina. Oh wait, are they also spies for him too? Or I guess they're the ones that took care of the contact. What? You don't have something against Mengbu, do you? We completed the mission perfectly, you know? Of course not. Just a little surprised, that's all. Don't worry. Since you completed the mission, you'll get what's owed. Mr. Haramasa, would you like to take a group photo together? Coming. Alright, let's leave it at that for now. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye? Are you talking to the Bangbu? No, just to myself. They're calling us over for a photo. Let's go. There we go. You spend the day strolling, having fun, and enjoying each other's company. By evening, you gather again near the fast food stand. I gotta say, this is like really great stuff for like these side characters, like just the way we're spending time with them. I feel like we're, really connecting to them. Yeah, really connecting to them more than like maybe some of the other side characters, in my opinion. Tsubaki, let's go to the restroom. Ryosuke should come too. Huh? That's that isn't appropriate, is it? Just do as I say. Kana drags Tsubaki and Ryosuke away. They're probably going to discuss whether they should trust us or not. Yeah, you've really got a knack for intel gathering. I am a Section 6 elite after all. But, I feel like I can see a bit of my past self in them. Especially Kana's question. I've asked myself that many times before. Sadly, this is something no one else can give you an answer to. Yeah, treat it as if you spent time with your past self then. Huh. Now who's the sweet talker here, eh? Uh, just then, Harumasa seems to hesitate to say something. At that moment, a familiar voice suddenly comes from not far away. It's Seth and his colleagues. I see some familiar faces. Let's go check it out. Alright, Seth, what's up, man? We're back with him.
Wait, you mean the drugs we seized are linked to a big case from years ago?
Whoa.
That's what people are saying. Apparently it's a case from way back when. There was this researcher who invented an enhancing serum that could boost ether aptitude significantly in an instant. Even though it had nasty side effects and was totally illegal, it still caught the eye of some groups. But that's not even the wildest part. Do you know how the drug is made? They make it from living beings.
What the heck?
Living beings?
That's messed up.
Like animals? Or do you mean live ethereals?
You can't even imagine. They make it from live human tissue.
Live? Human tissue?
It's from patients with a special disease. We saw one, remember? The kid who turned into an ethereal right before us? I think it was called ether aptitude regression syndrome.
Oh my gosh.
It's a terminal illness. Most patients die before reaching adulthood, and the longer they live, the more dangerous it gets. They rarely make it past their 20s. The gist of it is, because of this disease, their tissue can be used to create the wonder drug that boosts ether aptitude.
Oh no.
What wonder drug? This is straight up illegal. And using live people to make it? Do they even see them as humans?
Well, it's definitely very risky for the patients. It could worsen their illness, maybe even kill them. But to be honest, if they could reduce the side effects, I'd be up for trying it.
Jeez.
Considering we have to go into the hollows regularly, even the best of us can run into danger. If we had a drug like this, we'd feel a lot safer.
I mean, I don't feel happy about the cost of these, the people with the disease. That sounds kind of like sad.
But isn't that unethical? Yeah, we might be safer, but what about the patients? They deserve to live a good life too.
You make a good point.
It's a small price to pay.
Ooh.
Since the disease is terminal, just like your colleague pointed out, maybe using them to make drugs that help others isn't such a bad idea. Making the world a better place often means sacrifices. Between patients who won't live long and promising officers like you, the choice is obvious.
Dang.
Looking at the big picture from New Eridu's standpoint, these patients are just necessary sacrifices we have to make.
Asaba Harumasa! As an executive officer at Section 6, how could you say that? No one deserves to be a sacrifice! We all swore an oath when we graduated from the academy. No matter where we end up, public security or HSO, we pledge to serve and protect all civilians equally, not to judge them as more or less valuable.
Yeah, I'm on Seth's side over here, but I feel like with Harumasa, he definitely has a more different perspective, just based on his history, I imagine. Maybe that's why, he would think that way. I feel like in a way, I can maybe, see it that way.
You can't weigh one life over another. If you really believe that, you shouldn't be wearing that uniform.
Because, maybe because he was in that hospital, maybe, since he was, pretty much talking to his past self with Kana. Yeah, he had those moments where he wants to, end it all and stuff. So I'm sure in a way, I guess when it comes to death, he doesn't treat it I guess as serious as, Seth over here, at least. I think, Seth would be the one to calm down. Harumasa is pretty calm, in my opinion.
Hey, Seth, calm down. Harumasa probably didn't mean it that way.
Interesting. I never thought a man like your brother could have a sibling like you.
I want to meet Seth's brother.
Huh? What's my brother got to do with this?
Nothing. Just thinking out loud, Seth Lowell.
Okay, what is that supposed to mean? Saying his whole name here.
What? You want to fight? I'm not afraid of you.
You're an honest man. You're going to make an excellent public security officer.
Huh?
I guess.
Huh?
I guess the brother is not.
Oh, and just to clarify, the drug's made from spinal fluid, not body tissue. It has to be extracted directly from the back of the neck while the patient is still alive.
Oh, I think that was the cover. I think that's the procedure that we saw on the cover of this story.
Well then, I'll leave you officers to your work.
Not sure about what's going on, you walk away with Harumasa. From a distance, you hear Seth's confused voice asking for his partner's opinion. He appears to suspect that Harumasa was making fun of him.
What was that all about? Things escalated pretty fast. You're not mad, are you?
No. I was just curious how other authorities think about the drug. That's all. By the way, what's your take on this drug?
It's messed up, in my opinion.
The production of this drug is unethical. What kind of civilized society would use living people to make medicine? Just like Seth said, no one should be a sacrifice.
No one should be a sacrifice, huh? I see.
It is cool to see, you also have the option of the promising one. I know, before, we also have options to say that too. Where, to say if the drug is good or not. I like how we go from both ends there. It's not just limited to one. For role-playing reasons. Harumasa looks like he has something to say, but remains silent in the end.
The kids are probably done talking. Let's go check on them.
Okay. So, what do they have to say to us?
What do you want to drink? It's on me. Excuse me, can I get a bitter gourd juice first?
Bitter gourd juice? That's a unique choice.
You might be surprised, but bitterness can actually taste pretty good once you're used to it. When you've had to take as many meds as I have, for as long as I have, you start to appreciate the flavor.
Everyone orders their drinks, An awkward silence settles in until Tsubaki, Kana, and Ryosuke exchange looks.
Relax. You can trust me. Not just because I'm from HSO. I've also got some unfinished business with Kirishima.
It was Kirishima who killed Shinya. And others, too. A lot of kids at the sanatorium have died because of him.
He's doing experiments on you, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what I thought. After Seth was talking about that, I had a feeling that he would do that to them.
You knew?
Just a guess. I didn't see any puncture marks on your necks. He must have told you to cover them up.
Yeah, Kirishima has been using us, taking our spinal fluid to make that ether aptitude booster drug.
So yeah, just seeing that cover of the story, we definitely know now that us. I was about to say Seth, but Harumasa was experimented on.
The whole sanatorium is just one big human experiment lab, but he tells everyone it's a charity to help us. Shinya died because of him.
Shinya wasn't even that sick. He had the mildest symptoms among us. But Kirishima... He injected Shinya with the drug he developed himself. Just because he wanted to collect data on the side effects. Fully aware it's deadly to people like us.
Even though his drug is an unfinished product, the side effects are still too much for patients with ether aptitude regression syndrome.
Shinya took my place. I was the one who was supposed to get injected.
I'm guessing that's why she took it hard the most. Not just because, they were really close.
I know people at public security. Let's go and report this case immediately.
We can't. He warned us that the other kids at the sanatorium are his hostages. And if we do anything, they'll die.
How's your condition right now?
Not great. I probably don't have much time left.
Don't say things like that, Kana. We're all gonna be okay.
I'm not just saying that, Tsubaki. I've made up my mind. Next time, when it's your turn to extract the spinal fluid, just use mine. He won't care whose it is, as long as it works, at the very least. I want to do something meaningful before my time is up.
No! You should rest more because your condition's worsened. I'm doing okay right now. They can have my spinal fluid.
As the kids try to volunteer for each other, Harumasa stands up, signaling them to stop talking. You then notice Kirishima approaching. Uh-oh.
There you all are. I've been looking everywhere.
Look who's here. What took you so long? I thought you'd forgotten about these kids.
I would never. The guy I sent to meet you must have dozed off in the car. He wasn't picking up my calls.
Sounds like he's burnt out from working too hard. You should watch out for that. Labor disputes are not fun.
You're right. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for taking care of the kids today. It's getting late. I'll take them back now.
You exchange looks with Harumasa, who ever so slightly shakes his head. All you can do is watch Kirishima take the kids and leave.
Don't worry. I've talked to the kids and slipped GPS trackers and mics on them.
Ooh, alright. Harumasa hands you a small earpiece. Moments later, Kirishima's scolding comes through. Ooh.
You didn't say anything you shouldn't have today, did you?
Oh my gosh.
No! We didn't say anything!
Good. Remember, you're just my living medical supplies.
Jeez.
Anyone who dares disobey me will be joining Shinya soon. I could use someone to test the side effects of the latest batch.
This better be recorded too. It's good evidence here. Through the earpiece, Kirishima's threats continue, with the kids' shaky, suppressed sobs in the background. After a while, Harumasa sets down the earpiece.
This guy is pure evil. We've got to stop him.
We'll use the recordings as evidence, and I'm going to track down the exact coordinates of the sanatorium. But like Kana said, there are other kids there. We can't risk alerting him. Otherwise, knowing what he's like, he'll probably kill them all and cover everything up. As for the spinal fluid, I'll figure something out.
Uh-oh. Are you okay? He was also coughing during that battle with Bringer.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
I'm fine. Just a bit worn out today. Let's head back first.
Whoa,
Oh, here we go.
guarantee. Thank you, Master.
Oh, he's got the headband. Oh, okay. That's the master.
Remember, Harumasa, what do we do before snack time?
I know. It's time for that. I need to get the shot in my neck first.
That's right. And don't forget your daily medicine. These are all necessary things to help you get better.
Don't worry, Master. I'm not afraid of pain or medicine. But the medicine, it's bitter like the black coffee that you always drink.
Good boy. You're going to get better soon.
Then, if I keep being a good boy, will I get a prize?
What did you have in mind?
I want your headband. With that, I'll be as good as you. Every shot from my bow will be a bullseye.
Man, the music, man, it's like... it's sounding so sad.
The headband isn't what does that. Very well. But you have to keep being a good boy, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You've been awfully quiet. How are you feeling? Are you okay?
Sorry, I got distracted. Anyway, back to what we were saying. I've been dodging this topic, but someone as sharp as you probably figured it out already. I'm just like those kids. I have ether aptitude regression syndrome.
Yeah, I guess that explains the coughing and stuff.
This disease affects different parts of the body for different people. For me, it's mainly my lungs and heart.
Okay. The coughing.
As you can see, it's also caused my chronic condition.
Are you going to be okay?
Don't worry, my condition is mild. I'm not gonna die that easily. You know what they say. The bad guys always live the longest.
Don't say that about yourself. You're not a bad guy.
Back when I was first diagnosed, my parents took me to the best hospital in the city. They told me they'd get some food for me while we waited. But they never came back.
Wow.
I was too little to even speak properly then. But even if I knew where home was, there was no going back. After that, Master took me in. He taught me a lot of things, like how to draw a bow, how to wield a blade, and how to survive in this world with this body of mine. He said he wanted to cure me. So every day, I took lots of meds and got injections in the back of my neck. It wasn't until much later I realized they weren't giving me shots, but extracting materials from me to make the booster drug. The choker I wear is actually to cover the scars on my neck.
Wow, dude. I gotta say, Harumasa? Dude. I mean, I knew there was something about him when I first saw him where, you know, he kind of looks like me. Already bonus points for me for that. But also, like, now even his clothing also matters too. I don't know if the eyes, you know, if it's related to that, you know, just like with Shinya. But the headband and the choker, like, man, like they actually have a purpose. Like, it's not just for fashion or anything like that. But they do have a meaning. I think Harumasa's story so far has been my favorite, even though we're like halfway there.
But hey, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? Oops, I've said more than I should. But that's all in the past now. I don't care anymore.
Like, you know, with the whole emotions in the story, the past and what you can, you know, figure out along the way. Like, yeah, like, dude, this is probably the best agent story so far. Even the NPCs, like those three kids, like, you know, spending time with them. I like the build up and then just like how sad their position is and then Kirishima being all evil. But yeah, this is my favorite agent story so far.
But I care.
You don't have to look so sad. But thank you. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. I think I know what Kirishima is after. He said he wants to help me find Master, But what he really wants is the research data and drug samples my master left behind. But now that it's come to this, I have no choice but to confront him. Not just for my master, but for the sake of those kids, too. When the time comes, I'll be counting on your guidance, partner.
All right. Belle, you wanna talk to me? Didn't expect Haramasa to have a backstory like that. So all those times he was slacking off or taking sick leave, it was actually because of his health issues, not an excuse. I guess yeah, that's the reason. Wow, I never thought about that. I thought maybe he was like doing some behind the scenes work at first, but no, it's just because of health issues like that. I mean, I feel like that would be a good excuse, right? To write down for a leave. I guess maybe he doesn't want to get fired. Maybe like I feel like that'll be a good reason, but I don't know if he does list that or not. With that whole backstory, I don't know. Who would have guessed? Honestly, it's not something that would immediately come to mind. I thought he was just a natural slacker. Now I feel bad about it, but let's wait for his message. And yeah, he does a very good job of like just hiding it too. Like if you had never played through the story, like you would just think he's just a fun guy. Oh man, yeah, this is definitely like, man, it's such a good story. I really love the story. I think the whole thing with the, you know, the tough topics and stuff about life and death, and then the backstory, and then even like there's like purpose on his clothing too. Like, yeah, it's really cool, man. Like everything feels like it's on purpose. Yo, you're right on time. I've made plans with Kirishima, and we're going to the base where our master used to hide. When the time comes, I'll be counting on you, partner. Don't worry. Just as I thought, with you around, I always feel incredibly safe. But before we set off, I need to do one thing. Don't worry, it's not something that'll require you to put in extra effort. It's just a normal leave request.
Excuse me, my hard-working colleagues. It's such a pleasure to see you all.
Haramasa, you're late again. And Wise?
Oh, he's with me. He mentioned wanting to join HSO, so he's here to check out the place.
What he said. I have considered it.
You've got great potential. I'm sure with a little effort, you'll make it into HSO. But I'm here today because I have a few things I want to say.
Aren't you here because today is a work day?
Actually, no. But, Yanagi, I wanted to thank you for everything.
Does he think that he might not get out of this alive or something?
I know you've done a lot for me. My leave excuses are all over the place. But you always managed to fight for my case with the higher-ups. Without your help, I would have been called in by the higher-ups for my ridiculous number of absences. Man, I hate to admit it, but even though we joined around the same time, you're way ahead of me now. Chief Miyabi, thank you for your trust all this time. If it weren't for you, HSO probably never would have accepted someone like me with all my health issues.
Like I said before, I chose you because you're strong.
And Lil Sokaku, I'm sorry for always pulling you aside at work to lecture you. I was actually just trying to slack off.
Huh? Really? Asaba, did something happen?
It's nothing. It's just, starting today, I need to take a little vacation to take care of some important matters. As the chief would put it, I'm doing a training tied to my past self.
Oh, so you're training! Is there anything we can help you with, Haramasa?
Nope. But if you really want to help, perhaps you could take over my workload? I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Training is good, but don't push yourself too hard. I trust you, both as your superior and as your friend. Whatever you have to do, just get back here on time.
That's right. If you run into any problems, contact us anytime.
Yeah! And if you're not back on time, there won't be any snacks left in the office. I'll eat them all.
Thanks. I'll be back as soon as I can.
You leave HSO with Haramasa.
You were acting a little strange back there. That wasn't a death flag, was it?
Of course not. I just feel a little sentimental about having to leave my team for a while. It's getting late. Let's get ready to enter the Hollow.
Yeah, I feel like that was like him just trying to do like a final goodbye. That's just how I felt about that scene there. Because he might not make it out alive or something. Oh. Back to a random play. Okay. Wait, why did I have to go though? Why was Wise needed? I feel like he was just there just to, you know, show the cutscene, but yeah,
This
I don't
is
know.
the path I follow. My blade is ready. Eradicate all evil.
Let me get
Officer,
Sukaku.
this is
Sukaku, ready!
Yeah, never thought that I'll be using section 6 this much. I was about to be fine with the PubSec officers for like the entirety of the game for the most part, but nope, I've been using them the most. Like ever since I got them. Yeah, just because, you know, they're really powerful and they just make the game really easy. Like especially Miyabi. Alright, let's do this, man. Yeah, very interesting stuff with the story, man. Like, definitely my favorite. I think the storytelling is amazing in this one. Like, it follows...
Let's see.
It's been told, like, very well, in my opinion.
There is a mechanism here that can move containers.
Alright. There we go. Yeah, I forgot we can aim and stuff. Oh, switch.
okay.
Gee, it really is a port. So much dust. I have a sensitive throat. Even a little dust can trigger a reaction.
Okay, that is some foreshadowing.
It's no biggie. Let's keep going.
Nope, I think it's a biggie, dude. I think it's a really big biggie.
My blade is already sheathed.
That's definitely going to affect him in the cutscene, maybe.
Sukaku can help! Yeah!
Oh, wow. I did not mean to do that, but I pressed the button. Good.
What's wrong? You feeling okay?
I'm okay. Just haven't gotten much sleep lately. Feeling a little tired.
You don't look okay. Should we get out of here first?
Observation. Asaba Harumasa is exhibiting hand tremors, coughing, and reduced accuracy during combat. Hypothesis. This is likely linked to his physical condition. Suggestion. Leave the hollow environment now and rest.
Okay. I admit I haven't been at my best. But it's no big deal. I can't rest now. You know how much this means to me. I need to see it through. It's my last chance.
Do you really need to find your master that badly? Even if it means risking your health?
I need an answer. And more importantly, I cannot let Kirishima get to Master first, or obtain his research data and drug samples. If my Master's research falls into his hands, a lot of people will die. And not just patients suffering from ether aptitude regression syndrome, but many ordinary people will become his test subjects. It's like Pandora's box. Once it's open, there's no going back. He won't stop pursuing his grand ambitions, regardless of how many people he sacrifices. I won't allow it. So please, I need your help, please. Fight with me until the very end.
If you insist. But promise me you won't push yourself too hard.
Thank you, partner. Don't worry. I value my life highly. And the last thing I'd do is push myself too hard. All right, let's keep going.
All right, let's go.
Wise.
Oh, Belle.
Should we be doing this? What if his condition gets worse?
Don't worry, I've got a plan B. We can contact Section 6 if anything really does go wrong. They'll be able to get here in time.
Good thinking, Wise. I'll reach out to them now.
What? Now? I mean, I was hoping in a way to keep it a secret, maybe in real emergencies. Because, you know, I do want to give Harumasa a chance to, you know, to do this on his own. But yeah, at the same time, I am kind of like worried about him. But, you know, knowing the story, I mean, so far in these gacha games, you know, usually the playable characters have plot armor, so I'm not like that worried about Harumasa like surviving. I'm sure he will. I'll be surprised if he goes down, because that'll be a first for me.
Just up ahead. Honestly, he's the last person I want to see right now. There's no other choice. I'll just have to suck it up.
Oh? Is that Kirishima? Harumasa, you finally arrived. As I said before, there are plenty of clues left behind by your master here. As long as we follow these clues, we'll definitely track him down. I hope so. By the way, I have found some sort of mechanism your master left here. I spent ages trying to open it, but no luck. He sure is cautious. Why not take a look? Maybe you'll have what it takes to crack it. I'll take you there now. Oh, by the way, the weather and time inside can be chaotic. No need to remind me of that. I almost forgot. You're now an experienced executive officer. Follow me. Okay. Didn't miss anything out here, right? Okay. This like a boss room, you think? That's what I'm guessing. Ooh, rain. That looks so cool. Cutscene. This is the place. Looks like the elevator system has been out of order for a long time, and some places are inaccessible. Look at that suspicious container. Knowing your master, there's definitely some kind of clue hidden inside. I've racked my brains and tried all sorts of methods, but I still can't get it to open. So it's all up to you now. Hurry and figure something out. Harumasa doesn't respond. Instead, he surveys the area and suddenly bends down to pick up a piece of nondescript paper in the corner. The paper looks very old, and the writing on it is faded due to years of wear. What caught the eye is the special mark in the lower right corner. Tattered letter. An unsigned letter. How the aged paper once contained many words. However, after enduring the ravages of time, only fragments can still be deciphered, such as words like price, salvation, in exchange for the present for possibilities. In addition, there's a mysterious special symbol. Oh, that's the password. Harumasa? What are you looking at? Nothing. Just a scrap of paper. Harumasa deliberately avoids Kirishima's gaze and carefully tucks the piece of paper away, then gives the bamboo in front of him a quick wink. Alright, let's dig into this and see how we can crack the puzzle he left us.
Tip. There is a special location sensor ahead.
Like here?
There's a device on the wall ahead that can be triggered by an arrow.
Where do I aim at? Oh, it's the password. How do I draw this actually? Like, I'm not sure how to draw that password thing. Is it like that? There we go.
Harumasa, what's wrong? Not feeling well?
I'm fine.
Haramasa pauses for a second before finally opening up the shipping container. As expected, it's filled with daily items, medical equipment, and heaps of research materials. Kirishima seems to be desperately looking for something amidst these items. At the same time, Haramasa hides in Kirishima's blind spot, quietly opening up the paper from before.
This is a letter?
The H paper once contained many words, however... Oh, I already said that. Apart from that, there's also that unique symbol. The key to this mystery. Haramasa reaches out and gently brushes his fingers over the symbol. Perhaps it was your imagination, but you think you saw his hand trembling just now.
Do you recognize this symbol?
Yeah. When I was being experimented on, there were other adults around Master who always seemed to be busy. Master told me they were there to keep an eye on him. They weren't friends, so we agreed that if I wanted time alone with him, I'd draw this symbol on a note. Then he'd come find me by himself, teach me archery, or just tell me stories.
Meanwhile, Kirishima finally stopped his rummaging, seemingly finding nothing.
Damn it, it's not here either.
What are you looking for?
Oh, nothing. Just seems like there's nothing here that could help us find Master. But as I thought, you're the only one who can solve this puzzle. Good thing I brought you here. You knew him better than anyone.
Is that so? I used to think I knew him. Just like everyone thinks they know their family. But now, I'm not so sure.
I never thought there'd be nothing but junk here. Darn it, where'd he hid it? Or hide it? At that moment, a loud rumbling sound suddenly comes from a distance. The long silent elevator slowly starts up. So it is connected to the elevator. The elevator, does that mean... I get it, he must have hidden it. Huh? I mean, I know another place we can reach by elevator. There must be a clue about your master there. Come with me. Okay. Following you. Oh, here we go. Nice.
I'm here.
Haramasa. Oh, over there. My bad. It's a bunch of elevators.
Ambush!
Go get some rest.
Boss, let me down.
There we go. Alright, let's keep on going. Over here. It's a long way to go, man.
Go have a snack, Sokaku.
Over there. Do I see like some health thing that we gotta go and get? There we go. Over here. Oh, cutscene. Oh my. Look at that guy. Oh no, what the... Glasses?
That ethereal keeps circling around the briefcase. It's almost like it's guarding it on purpose.
Forget about the ethereal. Go get that briefcase now! There's gotta be something inside that'll help us find Master's whereabouts.
Master's whereabouts. Huh. Master's clothes are scattered near that ethereal. And those are definitely his glasses. Is he really still alive?
Harumasa, I know you're concerned for his safety, but try not to think about that right now.
Enough! I'm tired. I know you've been after what's inside that briefcase from the start. There are no clues leading to Master in there, just the booster drug he left behind. And I know you want to use Master's work to advance your own research, creating the so-called miracle drug that allows humans to conquer the Hollows.
Calling him out.
And that's why you built the sanatorium. But in reality, it's just your lab for human experiments where you harvest materials from sick kids. I know it all. And a team is rescuing those kids from your sanatorium as we speak. So tell me, is he still alive?
Guess I couldn't have fooled you after all. You even got the sanatorium's coordinates. Whatever, it's not that important anyway. Now that the puzzle's solved, you're useless to me.
Ooh. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and just end it here. I think we'll spend like the next couple of minutes in the next video just finishing this whole thing up. But yeah, man, it's getting yeah, it's coming to a close now, but I thought we could do it in this video, but we'll save it for next time. But yeah, that'll be for now, guys. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good